This video provides a step-by-step solution for a challenging Sudoku puzzle brought to you by SUbingDOKU. Here is the challenging Sudoku puzzle for you to solve. Pause the video, then use a snipping tool or something similar to make a paper copy of the puzzle, or search the internet and print a copy of a blank 9x9 Sudoku grid. If you get stuck and cannot find the next number, then resume the video for hints, or just follow along with the video and see what techniques I use to solve this challenging Sudoku puzzle. Remember, there is more than one path to the final solution. Follow these basic rules to solve Sudoku puzzles. The step-by-step solution for this challenging Sudoku puzzle will provide techniques used for beginner, intermediate, and tough puzzles, plus new techniques for solving this challenging puzzle. Remember, there is only one final solution to this puzzle. Here's a hint. Scan rows and columns. For the right panel, the 5s in column G and H plus row 5 block all of the remaining open cells in the middle right 3x3 square. Cell I4, that's column I, row 4, must be a 5. As noted previously, cell I4, column I, row 4, for the left panel must be a 5. Cell A4 for the left panel must be a 2 or a 3 for column A and row 4. Here's a hint. When working on challenging Sudoku puzzles, search for possible twins, or cells that can only contain 2 remaining numbers. For the left panel, cell A4 must be a 2 or a 3. Remember, numbers can only appear once in any row and column as shown in the left panel. Cell H4 for the left panel must be a 3 or an 8 for column H and row 4 and the center right 3x3 square. Numbers can only appear once in any row and column and 3x3 square. See the left panel, in this case, the center right 3x3 square contains numbers 1, 2, 6, and 9. Column H adds the 5, and row 4 adds the 4 and 7. Cell H4, that's column H, row 4, in the left panel must be a 3 or an 8. Cell I5 for the left panel must be a 7 or an 8. Here's another hint. Also look for possible triplets. In this case, cell H3 in the right panel must be a 1, 6, or 8. Cell G8 or cell H8 for the left panel must be a 3 in the bottom right 3x3 square. The internet is a great resource for details on other Sudoku techniques. Examples of twins and triplets will be shown in the solution for this challenging puzzle. Cell G9 for the left panel must be a 7, since all of the other numbers are contained in column G, row 9, and the bottom right 3x3 square. Cell H9 or cell I9 in the right panel must be a 6. Cell I9 for the left panel must be a 1 or a 6. Cell E3 for the right panel must be a 1, 6, or 8. Cell C3 for the left panel must be a 1 or 9. Cell B3 and cell C3 must be a 1 or a 9, and they create a twin. 1 or 9 cannot appear anywhere else in row 3, and therefore cell E3 and cell H3 must be a 6 or an 8. We have found another twin. Penciling in the green numbers is a must for solving challenging Sudoku puzzles. In the next slide, the 1 will be erased from the 168 for cell E3 and H3. The path I have created is not the most efficient to solve this puzzle. However, as promised, I have introduced some new techniques for this challenging puzzle. As noted in the previous slide, cell E3 and cell H3 for the left panel must be a 6 or an 8. Cell H9 for the right panel must be a 1 or a 6. We have discovered another twin. Cell G2 for the left panel must be a 4 or a 9. Let's continue to look for additional twins and triplets in this challenging puzzle. Cell F9, cell H9, and cell I9 must be either a 1 or a 2 or a 6. We have found our first triplet. 1, 2, 6 cannot appear anywhere else in row 9. Therefore, cell F9 must be a 2, and the next couple of slides will show why it must be a 2. Sudoku triplet definition from the internet. A triplet occurs when 3 cells in a row, column, or 3x3 square contain the same 3 numbers or a subset of those 3. Cell C9 and cell D9 for the left panel must be a 4 or a 5, since the 4 and 5 in column F and the bottom right 3x3 square block the 4 or 5 in row 9. Either cell A8 or cell C8 for the right panel must be a 2. Cell F9 for the left panel must be a 2. Cell E5 for the left panel must be a 2. Cell A4 for the right panel must be a 2. Cell C8 for the left panel must be a 2. Cell D5 for the right panel must be a 6. Either cell D6 or cell E6 for the left panel must be a 4. Cell G5 for the right panel must be a 4. Cell G2 for the left panel must be a 9. Cell G1 for the left panel must be an 8, since it is the only number available in column G and the top right 3x3 square. Or another way to say it, cell G1 cannot be a 3 because the top right 3x3 square already contains a 3. Cell G1 must be the 8. Cell G8 for the left panel must be a 3, since all of the other numbers in column G are filled. Cell H3 must be a 6, since all of the other numbers in row 3, column H, and the top right 3x3 square are taken as highlighted in the left panel. Also, cell H3 should not be an 8, since an 8 already exists in the top right 3x3 square. Cell E3 for the left panel must be an 8, since cell H3 is the 6. Cell I9 for the right panel must be a 6, and cell H9 must be the 1. Cell I8 for the left panel must be a 9. Cell H8 for the right panel must be an 8, since all of the other remaining cells in the bottom right 3x3 square are filled. Cell H4 for the left panel must be a 3. Either cell D4 or cell F4 for the right panel must be an 8 or 9, since they are the only numbers remaining in the row 4. This results in another twin. Reminder, cell I1 for the left panel must be a 1 or 7 for the top right 3x3 square and column I for the highlighted cells. Similar, I2 for the right panel must be a 1 or 7, revealing another twin. Cell I5 for the left panel must be an 8. Cell H1 and cell H2 for the right panel will be a 2 or a 4, another twin, since they are the only numbers remaining in the top right 3x3 square. Cell H6 for the left panel must be a 7. Cell B6 must be an 8. Please remember that there are many paths to the final solution. The 8 in cell B6 could have been filled a couple of steps ago when it was determined that cell I5 was an 8. You do not need to follow my path to the final solution. When you see a number that will fill a cell, then it is okay to enter that number. What happens if you enter an incorrect number? Just look at the blue numbers in my step-by-step solution. If your numbers do not match, then you need to recheck the Sudoku rules and review my method to find the number in this video. The final solution to this challenging puzzle is shown at the end of this video. Cell B2 must be either a 2 or 5 in the left panel. Cell B1 for the right panel must also be a 2 or 5. Finding twins is critical for solving this challenging puzzle. Cell B5 in the left panel must be a 1 or a 7. Cell B7 in the right panel must also be a 1 or 7. Cell B3 in the left panel must be the 9, since cell B5 and B7 will be the 1 and 7. Since cell B3 is the 9, then cell C3 in the right panel must be the 1. Cell C6 in the left panel must be a 9. Cell C7 in the right panel must be a 7. Since cell C7 in the left panel is a 7, then cell B7 must be a 1 and cell B5 must be a 7. Since there's already a 1 in column C, cell A5 in the right panel must be a 1. Cell C5 in the left panel must be a 3. Cell A6 in the right panel must be a 5. Cell A8 in the left panel must be a 4. Since cell A8 in the left panel is a 4, then cell C9 in the right panel must be a 5 and cell D9 a 4. Cell C1 in the left panel must be a 4. Cell H1 in the right panel must be the 2 and cell H2 the 4. No new techniques are introduced after this slide. The remaining slides just use previous techniques to fill in the rest of the blank cells for the puzzle. To keep the video from exceeding my 15-minute limit, please pause the video if you need more time to read the information and apply the previous techniques on the remaining slides. A couple of the remaining slides will challenge you to apply the techniques that I've introduced in this Sudoku puzzle. In the near future, I will learn how to add music to this portion of the video. Congratulations! I hope you enjoyed solving this challenging Sudoku puzzle. As a cross-check, notice that the sum of every row and column equals 45. Also 45 for the sum of every 3 by 3 square. Stay tuned to this channel. Up next will be more step-by-step solutions for challenging Sudoku puzzles, brought to you by SUbingDOKU. If you like this video, then please subscribe. Comments are also appreciated. Thank you. For additional Sudoku hints, techniques, and tricks, see www.SUbingDOKU.com.